All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honors unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This will be an update on the Motb. And I have an article here from the Daily Star, which says, doctor sick of using wallet gets microchip implanted in hand and says it's easier. Alexander Volchek is a real-life android after getting several microchips implanted into his hand that connect to his smartphone and allow him to enter his hospital. All right. What's this here? Right, into his hospital with the wave. So this doctor has been using this microchip in his hand, just like it says in prophecy in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay. Jump right into it. It says a doctor who got fed up of getting his wallet out all the time says life is a lot easier after getting several microchips implanted into his hand. All right, and a lot of people have been getting this chip. Thousands of people all over the world have the chip, and just like the V, it will soon be made mandatory. It will soon be made mandatory in order to function in each society soon. All right. It says body hacker Alexander Volchek gains access to his hospital by waving his inbuilt work pass. His hand also acts as an intercom pass and even stores his personal data by connecting to his smartphone without needing to encrypt it. Okay. And you have a lot of Israelites, such as this guy, Jephthah, from One Body in Yahweh Shai, which they don't believe in the power of Yahweh Shai, and they use the name Christ, so it should be One Body in Christ, which reminds you of another group, Israel United in Christ, IUIC, which they deny the microchip being the mark, okay? And this guy Jephthah, in one video on the street, he said that Esau doesn't have the technology to put data on a microchip that small that goes into your body. But this just shows you how unlearned and how much of a failure as shepherds of the Lord's flock these Israelite leaders are. Well, when you read Isaiah 56 chapter, it says that their watchmen are blind. Because you're blind. Because if you can't see all these articles, I mean, all you got to do is Google microchip implant, and thousands upon thousands of articles and videos are going to come up on this technology being used to buy and sell. Okay? I'm gonna keep reading. It says, dubbed Dr. Chip by Russian media, he says, in order to get to work, you need to take out your purse, take a card out of it, apply it, put it back, not lose it. It is very important because my wife got her chip after she lost 4 cards. So this is how they're pushing this chip. It being convenient, more convenient than just using a debit card. Because now you can even just pull out your debit card and tap your card on the terminal, and it takes out money. It debits the money from your account. So they're saying it's even easier with the wave of your hand. Okay? Now it says instead of this, with the well worked out movement, just put your hand to the reader. You don't notice the infrastructure around you. It makes your life a lot easier. And what's the infrastructure? The infrastructure is a part of the image of the beast, the new way of life that's being created around you, the new normal. You can't do this if you don't have that. Okay? They're doing that with the V now, but they're going to do that with the Motb soon. Okay? They're going to do it with the chip. Thus saith Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. It says the obstetrician gynecologist from Novosibirsk recently made headlines after announcing he had implanted a bank card chip in his arm, OddityCentral.com reports. Okay? So that's what? Buying and selling. You only use banks for one thing, to make transactions. Okay? And you can see the image here from RT News. All right? Which is a real news outlet. This isn't no fake news article. Okay? You see the image of the doctor here, and he's showing you where he got it implanted at. I'm going to keep reading. It says he hopes it will let him carry out contactless transactions by waving his palm instead of using a credit card. Right, and he's using the belief in John 3:16 to do it. No, he's using the actual device. There's nothing spiritual about Esau instituting the mark of the beast in this society. He's a carnal man, and he's going to use carnal and physical means to get people underneath this system. So let's go to Revelation 13:16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word for mark in the Greek, when you actually study the scriptures and study the Bible and the language that this here was written in, you're going to see that that word is charagma, which means something engraved. You don't engrave a philosophy in someone's mind, all right, through physical means, because it says something sculpted, okay? Now, you can use that figuratively to engrave something in someone's mind, but this isn't a figurative statement, because if you want to say that, then we're already being indoctrinated into a new way of thinking via this new speak and this NWO through Esau's media and the school system. That's already taking place. So this has to be something technological, physical, that's going to happen in the near future. Okay? I'm going to read verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So he said he's using it for transactions. Transactions are part of buying and selling. Okay? All right, and you see him using it into his office door here. Okay? It says Dr. Vocek's wife, meanwhile, is among more than 200 other people he has operated on to give them subdermal chips since he first read about them a decade ago. And for over a decade, GMS, the Great Millstone Israelites, starting with the apostles and elders, bishops and teachers and leaders, have been prophesying of this technology overtaking the world soon. And he learned about it over a decade ago. And we've been telling you that that's what's going to happen. So for 10 years, the chip technology has been taken off. But nowhere through the last 3 administrations have you seen, over the last 10 years, have you seen them pushing John 3:16 as a means to change the world, to buy and sell. And that's pursuant to what HOI, Priest Zabak, says. Okay? Nowhere have you seen embargoes, all right, as a means to keep countries from buying and selling to America, pursuant to ISUBK, General Yohana, and the leader of IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel. But you have seen buying and selling in the right hand, all right, with this chip implant. You have seen technology being developed for brain microchips, pursuant to Elon Musk and this Neuralink project. And that's all something that we here at GMS have said. So this technology is coming, and this is the Motb, man. Okay? So now I'm gonna stop here. I'll leave a link to the article so those can get proof. But I'm gonna read the judgment for taking the mark. Revelation 14 and 9, it says what? Doom for worshipers of the beast. Doom for worshipers of the beast. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man receive his mark, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. See, right now they're making it to where if you take the V, you got to have this pass. And I did a video on that late early in the morning last night on the news. I caught it on the news. Okay. And they're protesting and rising over there in Europe, in the UK, because that's a requirement. All right. For travel and other things. So we're seeing the worship of this place and the image of this place come to fruition. It's part of the new infrastructure. But if you take it, you're going to have the wrath of the Most High. All right? Because the taking of this thing right now that's out here, all right, getting pumped up, that's going to lead to being pumped up with a chip. And that's when this is all going to take place, man. Revelation 14 and 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So there's not going to be any respect of persons with this judgment. If you take it, you get destroyed, because you were warned by the true prophets of the Lord to not take it. Okay? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. That's nuclear destruction, not volcanic eruption from all over the planet. But that's all right, and that's an inside joke. But that would be by nuclear destruction. It says, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So Yahweh Shai and the angels and the elect are going to watch the destruction of those that take the mark. Okay, the chip. And that's going to be in the destruction that's going to be from these hypersonic missiles and these nuclear missiles that these different countries have. It says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So that's the doom for those that take this chip. All right. So with that, I'm going to end it there. Our praises, our glory, our honors going to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.